straight there and they score! So here's Lassen with a shot and he scores! He drives it in, walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood! Teresi gets a shot and scores! 4-4! Lachlan going to the net, shoots and he scores! And then towards Cox, Cox gets the shot away, Davis makes the save, no, it's in! It's in, Perth over the lead!
Live from O'Brien Group Arena in Melbourne, this is AIHL TV. The regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Owners are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
O'Brien Group Arena is the venue for today's game between the Melbourne Mustangs and the Perth Thunder. Both are playing their second game of the season and both teams are looking for their first win of the year. Yesterday the Perth Thunder played the Melbourne Ice and they lost in a shootout, so they'll be looking to take the full points today. My name's Michael Clough and I'm joined in commentary today by Rod Johns. Welcome, Rod.
Hello there, Michael.
And how are you today?
I'm excellent, mate. I'm looking forward to this, and it's game 2 of a 28-game season, and I think that this one will be a good one.
And the Mustangs would be smarting after last week's result when they were upset by the Adelaide Adrenaline, which, based on what we saw yesterday over in Adelaide, may not have been such a bad result after all.
Well, it's interesting. You and I talked about that at depth last weekend, and I think that people wrote Adelaide off after the 8-0 loss to Melbourne Ice, but I looked at them, and I was at that game, and I saw that they had a bit of depth, and I thought their goaltender wasn't as bad as all that, and he certainly proved himself in the game against the Mustangs, and I think the Mustangs got off to a quick start. They scored the first goal, and then I think they thought it was going to be an easy run, and they were sadly mistaken by that and ended up losing the game.
Yeah, I think you got that feeling with last week's game. The Mustangs, that early goal may have been the worst thing that could happen to them because they fell into a little bit of a lull, and
Sure.
Adelaide, once they jumped, they couldn't get themselves back in.
Yep, that's right, and I think that even though Melbourne Mustangs didn't play badly, they just sort of sat on their laurels a little bit, and as that was going on, Adelaide got more and more confident. Their goaltender got into a rhythm, and when it came time to actually put the puck away, the goaltender didn't let Melbourne Mustangs do that, and in the end, Adelaide came out of the weekend with a split, which would be happy for Adelaide, and sadly not so happy for the Mustangs.
Absolutely, and the Mustangs were facing another hot goalie today as well, and Peter DeSalvo was very good last night, and the standout goaltender in the competition last year, and he showed every sign he'll be one of those contenders again this year.
Well, that's what I've been told, and I saw him last year, and so I can't dispute that at all. I think that he comes to the start of the year into this building with confidence. It was unfortunate for them that they lost in the shootout, but he played well, and there's no doubt about it that he'll pick that up today and try to do everything in his power to shut down the Mustangs' offense.
And Andrew Cox, he played yesterday's game, got credited with a goal that it's one of those goals you get credited with when you really didn't do anything for it with an own goal.
Kind.
Yeah, he'd certainly take that. The New Zealand representative, I believe, went with the Kiwi team over to Spain. And of course, a lot of Australian players, Australian team playing in the Netherlands in the World Championship, and they're basically playing for the gold medal tonight.
Well,
regulation win over the Dutch, and it's promotion time.
It sure is, mate. I think there'd be a lot of happy people that would come away with the gold medal wrapped around their neck. So
it's going to be a tough challenge, though. The Dutch have been pretty much pantsing everybody.
Yeah.
A couple of double figures of results in there, so.
But you know, just look at last weekend, 8-0 one game, and then you win the second game. So a lot of it's psychological, and if you can come with your head screwed on, anything can happen.
This sounds like what Fred Vigon's got. He's got the team with their head screws on, playing some pretty good hockey.
I mean, let's just have a think for a second about the NHL. How is it that you can have a 7-0 whitewash one game, and then the next game you're into double overtime and you lose? Go figure that one out, mate. Okay.
Absolutely.
And that's what's brilliant about this sport is at the end of the day, it is what it is on the day. And that's why they play best of 7. So.
And you're only as good as your last game.
Yeah.
You know, you can very quickly forget anything that happened in your last game by a good performance out here tonight.
That's right.
Now we may have a little bit of a delay in the start of the game while the lights reach full power. Now, last week it was broken glass. Now with the lights.
Well,
I think the world wants to hear more of your thoughts, Rod.
the good thing is we're never in the dark, even if the lights are out, dude, because we have it all, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Luckily, I brought my night vision goggles with me today. But with Perth, I'm really looking forward to seeing how their imports back up again. Well, fans are very familiar with Bro and Salvo, but Slansky and Grandmazon, I really was impressed with their performance last night. But the question is, particularly with Slansky, I believe landed on Thursday, doubling up, going to Perth from overseas. Long haul flight to Melbourne, 2 games in a row. Be interested to see how he backs up.
Well, I'm interested too. I see that all of uh-oh, the anthem's on.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strings, and let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
Great rendition there, and how Australians that you're singing the national anthem in a ice hockey game and you're wearing socks. I love that. Nice touch, and it's so awesome. It really is. But Rod, we were talking about some of the imports before, about particularly Lansky, how he's basically flown in, had a long haul flight to Melbourne, has got to back up again, and you're about to...
Well, you've got the advantage on me because you've seen him play, so what did you think?
I think they're very good. Lansky was, particularly in the first, probably second half, third periods, was very much the quarterback defensively on the blue line. Greg Maison has got a bit of pace about him, and got a bit of grunt, got himself, go away a couple of bad penalties.
Yeah.
Should be said late in the game, which probably didn't help the team's cause. So he's got to make sure he maintains that discipline, because I know there's some particularly chubby characters within the Mustangs lineup that will wish to exploit that.
I'm sure that he'll be introduced to them and he'll find them enchanting.
Oh, absolutely.
So is he a defensive defenseman, or has he got a bit of offensive flair about it?
It's got a bit of flair to it.
Yeah.
Particularly in the context of this league, he's got a pretty heavy shot as well. It's going to make him very dangerous, particularly in special teams.
Well, that's something to watch out for. So we'll have to see who ends up on their power play and how they go. What about Pierre-Olivier Grand-Damasson?
Yeah, so he's a very handy player. Like I said, he's got a bit of nip to him. So he's the one I think got himself in a bit of penalty trouble yesterday, and that's why he's got to maintain the discipline. He did give away a bad one late in the game that I think Melbourne I scored off of memory, and that certainly put them behind the 8 ball.
Right.
So it's probably for him to maintain that discipline, but I'd just be interested to see coming in how they front up after in a back-to-back game coming from Perth to Melbourne, which is a long haul flight.
Sure.
And of course, as always, we will be running your tweets for today's game as well, just using the hashtag AIHL Game Day, and the best will get on screen. Give your thoughts on today's game, the Melbourne Mustangs, what you thought of the Perth Thunder yesterday. Definitely love to hear your thoughts. It looks like we're just waiting for the lights to fire up so we get the full brightness. You may notice on the screen there is a little dark patch there.
There you go, dude. Anders, good morning, guys. Watch Ice versus Thunder, Sweden versus Russia, Australia versus Serbia, Tampa versus Boston yesterday, Mustangs versus Thunder, and Australia versus the Netherlands tonight. Dude, you must be a hockey fanatic.
Did Anders sleep last night?
I don't think so. I reckon he had a jar of pickled herring, and he was going for it.
I think he might. He's drunk on pickled herrings.
Yeah.
But that's a fair effort. That's a lot of hockey to watch.
Sure is. So we should ask Anders, what game was the best game?
That's a very good question. must admit, I heard the Serbia-Aussie game was pretty good. Wasn't getting up that early in the morning to watch it, to be honest.
Wow. I'm amazed at some of these guys when they get up to watch the games and listen to us prattle on. It's amazing.
Absolutely. It is amazing.
But it's good.
Must admit, I don't have a good track record of games starting at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's, Australia, Germany in the World Cup a few years back, and it was 2-0 down 10 minutes in, and I should have gone back to bed. Montreal a few years ago, the matinee game against the Rangers,
right.
7-2 loss or something. But yeah, that time doesn't agree with me.
No, well, it doesn't agree with me either. I remember being in Canada trying to get on to, I think it was Mustangs, one of the last games of the year. I'd gone overseas, and I tried to work out how to tweet, and that was just a lost cause. It never happened.
So we're moments away from the opening face-off. The lights have fired up here between the Mustangs and the Perth Thunder. Ferguson and Bro inside the face-off circle, and it's won by the Mustangs. Joyce in his Mustangs debut, the Kiwi representative, out to Ferguson at centre ice. He's forced out wide, but that's just offside. Jamie Burke, the offender on that occasion. But it was a nice setup by the Mustangs. It'll be
interesting to see how Joyce goes, because he didn't play in the first game last weekend. So he's in the lineup now, and I'll be paying particular attention to see what he gets up to.
Former player with the Botany Swarm in the New Zealand League. Now Greenman's on. Nice little tip, but just wide by Lodge. Scored a goal pretty much by accident yesterday. So battle in the corner. Now along the half wall. Perth Thunder managed to clear the zone. They couldn't keep it in. In fact, Lodge fires up, shoots, and a save there by Petri Pikkinen.
That was a solid save.
So outlet pass, but unfortunately, no two Mustangs are just looking at each other, not the puck, and they've turned it over. It's opened the door now for Kiros of the Thunder. That's flipped up high, so we'll go into the corner. Lansky should get there first for the Thunder, but he's tied up along the half wall. So is Lansky. The time and space still in control of the puck. Should pass it off, does now. Little source pass, not a bad one out towards Kiros. It's going to be a penalty against the Mustangs. Now Bremner should skate onto the puck in the corner. Does so, back to the point. Fires, shoots, and a pad save. To Cox. He's tied up there by Anderson. And eventually whistle will be blown, and it's going to be the first power play of the game, and it's going the way of the Perth Thunderers. Guess who's going to the penalty box? None other than Jamie Burke.
Well, we just said not 2 seconds ago, it'll be interesting to see what goes on in relation to the Perth power play and who they're playing. So Mr. Oslansky is on the blue line, so let's see what kind of shot he gets off here.
Well, they won't get a chance as Mustangs have the puck. They clear the zone stringer, happy to dump that one into the corner. Mr. Salvo comes out of his crease and leaves it for Landon Oslansky. Lodge just caught napping. It was a good pass. Lodge just wasn't alert to it. Now Bro being turned over. Chance for the Mustangs on the counter. That should be a penalty for a trip, but none forthcoming. So Lansky steals the puck. Got passed back, out wide to Lodge. This is a nice setup for the Thunder. Now in the corner.
That was a great little heads-up play there in the slot.
So Kudla just couldn't trap the puck. Kudla. There's Grandma's on. He's tied up, and again the Mustangs clear the puck. Mustangs are looking organised on the PK. So Bro to Punla. He's lost the puck. So Robertson has a poor pass. It's a weak one. Turnover, but the little backhand attempt was just wide. Cox swooping on that one now, Bremner. Cox. Lansky fires, shoots. And the Mustangs are now stretch pass. Just misses intended target. Oh, okay, nearly pinched it. Now Cox, he's tied up. And it's cleared away by Mitch Humphries. Coming well over his crease was Peter De Silva. That was a dangerous move. Now Punla for Perth. Fires, shoots from a tight angle. Renmaison also there is Bremner. Malik for the Mustangs. And towards Robertson. Mustangs clear the zone. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kudla's pass wasn't a great one. It's being chopped off by Anderson. Take the blue line, just flip it up into the corner. It's going to be a foot race. Rowe will get there first. Now Lodge. Grand Maison gets a shot away. The Grand Maison fires, shoots. Pickenen with the blocker. Now Lodge. Lodge again. Decides to go out wide, but unfortunately Bro wasn't there. He left the territory. Anders begins Grand Maison. And McCoy's pass is a good one out towards McDowell to Humphries. Now McCoy again. Jack McCoy just gets it back out towards Humphries. He's lined up. Looks a bit rattled after that hit. And that's going to be... In fact, it's going to be a penalty.
Yeah, to McDowell.
For a cross-check.
It's
going to be Humphries.
Brendan wasn't very happy about something. And it looked like the referee was going to give him 2 for unsportsmanlike, I thought, for a second there.
We can see here.
Right there.
Yeah, it gets checked, and if that was it, there wasn't really anything in it.
Yeah.
So, Perth Thunder on the power play. So Kudla winds up, shoots. It was a little wide. Now Lansky skate back and retrieve the puck for the Perth Thunder. So now it's Cox. In the corner, leaves it for Kyrgios. Good work though by Ferguson, steals the puck. Decides to skate the puck over the line himself. There's a little drop pass towards O'Kane. And Joyce. To Ferguson. He's tied up by Zlansky. Perth with numbers as Lansky tries to get out towards Bro. Pass out wide to Bro, overskated it. Bit of a lazy-daisical effort. Now Grand Maison, take the blue line. Pass a good one out towards Bro, out towards Kudla, couldn't get a clean first touch of the puck. Zlansky fires, shoots heavy traffic in front of Pickenen's net. And the Mustangs clear again. Grand Maison leaves it out for Bro. Lodge is also there. Bro has it and leaves it for Zlansky. Back to the point. One shooting there was Zlansky. The shot was high. Scramble in front of Pickenen's crease. Lodge on his backside, just poking at it. We'll have a stop in play as Jamie Burke and Pierre-Olivier Grand Maison have a few words with each other.
As I knew that would happen.
Oh, of course. It's Jamie Burke.
Well, I don't know what you're thinking, but I wasn't really impressed with the power play. I thought it was a bit disorganized, and
Mustangs PK I thought was very organised.
Well, they certainly got in the way of Perth. There's no doubt about that. And I have to say that Ferguson played that fairly well. He was in where he was meant to be. He managed to break them up, and he was smart enough to not throw the puck away and actually drag the time down. So that's what you want.
So McCoy, it's now Zlansky who has it along the half wall. Tight angle shot. Cox was there for the tip, but just couldn't get the rebound the way he wanted it. Now Humphreys. Humphreys tries to get out to McDowell. In fact, goes for the trailer. It's nice over the pass, wasn't a good one. And Bellick left to skate back. Gets back towards McCoy. Stretch pass. It's in fact a very good one to McDowell. He winds up and shoots to Salvo. Just bats that one away. And Simon Kudler now for the Thunder. Rink wide pass. Now McCoy. McDowell. To Humphreys, also there is Anderson. Well read by Jeffries, though, for the Thunder. Now Liam Jeffries had a poke kicked away from him. Simon Kudler with a backhanded pass. Swimming on that one was Pundler. Shot was blocked. Another chance for Kudler. Couldn't get a shot away quick enough. And Anderson will just steady for the Mustangs. Pass, though, wasn't a great one towards Humphreys. And the home side will make a line change.
It's the right idea, though. I mean, he didn't miss by much, and if he'd have hit Adam Anderson on the run, he would have been gone.
Now this is a nice little pass out towards Jones. Shot to Salvo with the save. Puck spills free and it's in. Sean Jones at the second coming puts the Mustangs in the lead.
Well, let's watch this on the video to see where Sean picks his puck up, but that's what you want. A little bit of confusion in the Perth end. A rebound, and bingo. Upstairs, and Mr. Jones is one happy camper, and so is the Mustangs bench.
So the Mustangs, the team in black, take the early lead. But it's Perth who win the face-off. Bird goes out wide towards David Kudler. A pass there, looking for Bremner. It's on the wrong side of him. And that's going to be an icing call. That wasn't a good attempt at an outlet pass.
No, nowhere near where he was meant to be going.
But for Perth, I think this line that's actually out there at the moment, the Cox, Bremner, Kiros line, this season is they're going to have a significant impact if Perth are going to be a legit chance at the Goodall Cup this year.
Yep, that's for sure.
So I think they've got a good import set up, but they need the local depth. Becoming increasingly important in this league. Now Bird for the Thunder. Had his pocket pick, but then got the puck back and sends that one back in the corner, and that will be an icing call, but I think that's one a bit more forgivable.
So we talked a little bit about the local talent last game too, and there's no doubt about it that you can't rely on your imports to win the whole thing for you. They can help, but you definitely need to have assistance from your locals, and people need to lift up. And with the Mustangs, that's for sure apparent. They have to lift to contribute to the outcome that they're looking for, and that's to win the whole thing.
A case in point last year, Adelaide Adrenaline. They had a superb import set. They still finished bottom of the ladder because the local depth weren't giving enough, even though it was a young side. A shot there, and by Burke, and DeSalvo makes the save.
I'll be interested to see how long it takes the Mustangs to get another one on the board, because if you remember from the weekend before, they scored in the first shift and it looked like it was going to be another blowout, and then they sort of went to sleep a little bit, and that caused them a lot of problems. So if they get another one here, get the jump on Thunder, that'll mean that the momentum will stay with them. It's exactly what they want to do.
Well, they've certainly maintained the momentum since scoring that first goal, so they haven't gone in their shell just yet. Now O'Kane, skate onto the puck, Bro in his path though. Ferguson overskates it, has support though in the form of Troy Robertson. Plays that one off the boards. Slansky. Great work there by Burke. Here's a chance for their second, but O'Kane couldn't get a shot. He gets a shot away now, and the net has come off its moorings. And that's much to the relief of the Perth Thunder, whose defensively were all over the place.
So if you watch this on the replay, Mr. Burke did all the hard work. He forechecked the Perth player right up to the boards, stole the puck off him, and saw Kane right back, and he gets a play on the goal. So that's 9 out of 10 for Mr. Burke there for sure.
Absolutely. Now Robertson in the corner. Perth have been able to clear. Now Bro, pass just missed him. Joyce should get there first for the Mustangs. Did nothing with it though. Nice setup, another shot just wide there by Green Maison. To McSack. Just try to throw it up in the corner. First pass was a good one. Here's a chance now for Humphries. Winds up, shoots. And DeSalvo read that beautifully, makes the save.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And again, the Mustangs looked for the free skater in the slot. Humphries got the puck and he got a shot off. It wasn't necessarily what he wanted to get off, I don't think. But he was right where he was supposed to be, and it was a good setup.
One thing I've noticed from, not only seen today's game, maybe yes, one, Perth are a bit susceptible to the blue line to blue line pass.
Yeah.
If you hit that pass, they are in trouble. And DeSalvo comes well out of his crease. Added down there by Liam Jeffries. Damien Bright. Stringer did well for the Melbourne Mustangs. Send that one into the corner. Pundler should get there first for the Perth Thunder. Vedem Vyasov, he stripped of the puck, and Pundler will clear for the Thunder. Jeffries to Ruck. In the corner, Perth have it. Vedem Vyasov stripped of the puck by Liam Jeffries. Along the half wall, Mustangs are able to clear. Vedem Vyasov will take the blue line, and he'll decide to wait for support. Shot comes in, and it's in. Sean Jones gets his second. Lovely setup by the Mustangs, but it's that outlet pass in neutral zone that has caused Perth Thunder trouble again.
Well, and not only that, we run this drill in what I coach, okay? So the trailer's there, everyone's watching the puck carrier, and the trailer steps right into the slot, and bingo. And that's exactly what you want. So you had a guy on the left, you had the puck carrier on the right, and you had the trailer in the high slot, and he walked in and lets a shot go, and De Silva has no hope.
I think soon I thought Vedem was signposting his intentions too much and too early, but obviously not. It worked. So the Mustangs take a 2-0 lead. And now the Mustangs have it again through Ferguson. Nice pass. Shot by Robertson. DeSalvo had that one saved. As the Mustangs are just cranking things up a gear. Now Lodge to Bro. Get the shot away. The shot though was high. Burke. Outlet pass and swooping onto that one will be Ferguson for the Mustangs. He'll drop pass, a good one. Out towards OK. Another shot there by Joyce. And the Mustangs, their pretty hockey is absolutely magnificent at the moment. So Green Maison on his own tries to cut to the centre lane. Good work though by Joyce, he's bowled over. Green Maison, out to Lansky, he's stripped of the puck by Burke. Both sides will now make a line change. Pundler will go out wide. Pass finds Cox. Looking there for Kiros on the tip, but he couldn't find it. Humphries loses an edge. It's going to be a penalty against the Thunder. And the Mustangs will go on the power play. It looks like it'll be called for a trip, I would say.
Yeah.
Tripping call against Jonathan Brebner, but this is a chance for the Mustangs to really put the Thunder to the sword.
Well, that's right. And so we just talked not that long ago about getting the second goal. They're up 2-0 with 2 minutes left in the period and an opportunity to make it 3. Wouldn't that be great to go into the dressing room 3-0?
And their passing game, particularly in the Perth Thunder zone, is great at the moment.
Yeah, that was tic-tac-toe in that last play where Joyce had an opportunity in the slot and didn't capitalize on it, but the setup was perfect.
So Vyasov has it for the Mustangs. Just skate in. Middle lane was close. Still in control of the puck is Vedem Vyasov. They went out, to be honest, but linesman disagrees. So Mustangs still have the puck. Now McCoy. Out wide. Vyasov just couldn't trap the puck. McCoy's there as well. This is a nice setup, but it's been turned over. Here's a chance now for the Thunder. Ben Bro just skates in, shoots, and Pickerton makes a fine save.
Wow. Let's just watch that save again, mate, because he was going for the top right-hand corner, and Pickerton picks that one out of the air and saves the day. And it's interesting on a power play like that, you're at, and that's the kind of thing that can happen. One little bubble, and all of a sudden it's a 1-on-0.
So Pickerton saved the day there for the Mustangs. Bro was kicking himself. So Burke gets out towards Ferguson. Robertson. Out towards Burke, who scores! I think it's actually Jones. He might have got his hat trick.
I think so. He was cutting across in front of the net and got a piece of that, and it went in. So isn't it funny how things change?
Yes,
a hat trick in the first period. Watch him cut across right there. Bingo.
Well, we got at least one hat on the ice. Someone sacrificing their headwear for a good cause.
Well, you know, it's one thing to get a hat trick in a game. It's another thing to get a hat trick in a period, and I believe that's what's called a pure hat trick, okay?
Yep.
So there you go.
And a natural hat trick as well?
Yep, a natural pure hat trick, mate.
Now he'll need to get the next one short-handed, and if he gets it into fourth in a row, that's Hall of Fame material, isn't it? So Ferguson for the Mustangs. Looking for the tip there. With Burke. So Grand Maison, he's tied up, still puts on the afterburners. Now Ferguson for the Mustangs. Joyce fires, shoots, a shot was wide. Perth have it now, the pass is not a bad one, finds Lyndon Lodge. Crosses the blue line, but he's forced out wide. Tight angle shot, indeed the nearly tip there for Geordie Kiros. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. If it was the Mustangs, that probably would have gone in.
Certainly in this period.
So outlet pass to Ferguson. Waiting for his teammates to make a change. Protects the puck. We'll go back out towards Robertson. Skating onto that one there was Zelansky. Been quiet in the past 5 or 6 minutes. And that is the end of an outstanding period of hockey for the Melbourne Mustangs. They lead at the Perth Thunder 3-0.
Well, you got to be happy about that if you're a Mustangs fan, and certainly if you're a Mustangs coach and a player. 3-0 after the first period. They carried a lot of the play. They threw the puck around fairly well, and they seemed to get better as the period went on. So that's a positive thing, and certainly their goaltending, when it counted, was right there for them, and that's exactly what they needed. So you're Perth Thunder, you're going in the dressing room wondering how you can be down 3-0 after being 4-on-4 going into overtime with Melbourne Ice. So they'll be looking to see what they can do to improve that situation.
The pace of the period's been cracking so far, so the Perth Thunder aren't completely out of this one just yet. But to wrap things up at the end of the first period, it is the Melbourne Mustangs lead the Perth Thunder 3-0. Back shortly with a second period of play. Well, Melbourne Mustangs have a hold of 3-0 lead coming into the second period here at O'Brien Group Arena. Sean Jones with the 3 goals, got the hat-trick, which I think might be one of his first for a while, at least anyway, the veteran for the Mustangs.
Oh, for sure. I can't remember the last time that he had a hat-trick. He's played a couple of good games and scored a couple of goals, but a hat-trick and a hat-trick in one period, I think he'd have to go back a ways in his repertoire to see that. So he'd be very, very happy about what he's been up to today.
One area that's not happy, one team is certainly the Perth Thunder. Normally we see a lot of traffic behind us at the stands during the period breaks. There was nothing for Perth Thunder. They were all in the rooms, and I get the feeling Dave Ruck was reading the right act to them.
Yeah, the race was very empty, wasn't it?
So from the opening face-off, won by the Mustangs, been intercepted though by the Thunder. Great man's on. And that's hit the back netting. We'll have a face-off.
So I don't want to be the purveyor of doom, but the fact of the matter is that this can go one of 2 ways. So Melbourne Mustangs must not sit on their laurels. They need to go out and just keep taking it to Perth and never give them an inch, right? And if they sit back and Perth gets a sniff and they get a goal, then it could be a whole different ball game. Perth, on the other hand, need to open up their intensity and break Pickenen and get back in this game. So they need to get a goal and get on the board and close the gap.
And they win the face-off to the Thunder. Shot from a tight angle. And that puck makes its way out of play, and we'll have a face-off. But for mine, one thing the Perth Thunder do, they've got locked down the neutral zone much better.
Yeah, that's for sure. Lots of good things can happen in the neutral zone if you use it properly. And today, the Mustangs were doing that. And I think that they used the neutral zone to set up to get into the offensive end and make things happen. And that certainly was the case.
So face-off. Shot is just a little wide. And the Mustangs able to clear. So Tomic Sack will skate back and retrieve the puck now for the Perth Thunder. It's also passed to Graham Ozon, missed him though, just over his stick. Rowe in the corner, it's a nice pass. Shot though was blocked, and Pickenen will glove that one.
That's interesting. If you watch that, it looked like Troy was waiting for something to happen, and he waited on the puck. And because he waited on the puck, he didn't get the jump that he wanted, and the puck got stripped off him. And Perth had a man in the slot to get the shot away on Pickenen. So that kind of thing can't be going on. And the shooter was wide open with no one on him.
So they will take the zone for the Thunder. They do win the face-off. Shot, and it's in! Thunder claw one back. Jonathan Brebner scores.
Well, well, well. 1 minute into the second period, and Perth are on the board. So, like I said, anything can happen in these games, and that's not what Mustangs wanted, but that's definitely what Perth wanted.
That was really a training run play, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's whatever Dave Ruck said in those rooms during the period break. It's worked so far because Perth have come out firing.
Well, you need to sometimes be inspired, and I'm sure that there was a lot of inspiration in the dressing room.
Inspiration in inverted commas. So from the face-off, so we're back to a 2-goal game. Mustangs have it through Ferguson. Lodge over-skating it. Now Slansky gets it back. In the corner, Joyce will get there first for the Mustangs. Gets it to Robinson out towards O'Kane. Burke will just wind up and shoot from the blue line. And the shot was wide, but I'll tell you what, if it had been on target, I think it may have troubled the salvo. In the first period, Mustangs scored 3 goals from only 8 shots. Now Joyce plays that one off the boards. Hunler passes it wide of the net. Have to play off the boards. And to make a line change. Burke has it now for the Mustangs. Outlet pass out towards Cox. So Cox with some space fires, shoots Pickenen, makes the save. Rebound picked up by David Kudla. Into the corner and Kiros. Back to Kudla. Try to go out wide. Looking for Bremner. Intercepted by his opposing number 16, Robertson. Happy to send that one in the corner. In fact, that's going to be an icing call, is it?
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. want to see that again. I didn't think that was
No,
icing.
I didn't think either. I thought that was...
He was over the red line, I thought. But what he was trying to do
on
was
my
lead,
left side. That's If it's on my left side, it's over the red line. Okay.
he was trying to lead Jamie on that.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. That's why you have a replay.
Yeah, and I should probably put my glasses on now.
Can't say enough good things.
And we must compliment the linesman as well for making a correct call, while the two guys in the commentary box weren't paying attention.
It's hard to believe that we're wrong.
I know. I was wrong. I think we'll put that on record for my wife. She'll like that.
Now we'll get a little bit of a break here. I just want to congratulate Melissa and George Giorgio, who had a wedding last weekend and missed one of the only games that they've missed in their entire lifetime.
So didn't organise a wedding particularly well, did they? An opening weekend?
They tried to get the reception here, mate.
I worked my wedding around hockey season. It's like literally the week after. As DeSalvo makes the save, and we've got a little bit extracurriculars, but nothing will come of that by the looks of it. So
it's good to see when I look back in the stands that they're actually here today. So they've probably foregone their honeymoon to make sure they don't miss a Melbourne Mustangs game. That's dedication,
is commitment,
mate.
Absolutely. You see in replay, and I was lucky there was no call on that one, because that was very late by Zlansky.
Yeah.
I reckon Perth got away with one on that occasion. Outlet pass, looking for Bro. He has it now. He's been taken down, still gets a shot away. Pickerton makes the save, but what will come of this?
Any call on it?
Looks like there's no call at all, is there?
That doesn't look like it. It looked like he got held a bit there, too.
Yeah, so I reckon there certainly should have been a call. There's a strong argument for a penalty shot as well, because he was, no one between him and the goalie.
It'd be good to run that back a little bit and see what was going on, because it looked like he was on him.
If you can read, you know what his reaction was. And I think that was in English as well, not French.
You reckon? It wasn't, I'll buy you a beer after that, or anything?
No. So in the corner, Mustangs have it. Outlet pass, a good one out towards Burke. Flips it up high towards Ferguson. Traps the puck. Looking for Burke. Lansing should be able to clear now for the Thunder. He does. Pass to Lodge is a good one. Drives with it, gets a shot away. Pickerton with the pad save. Still the Mustangs through Ferguson. Skates the puck out. Finds O'Kane. Gets out towards Ferguson. Couldn't trap it though. The idea was right. Now Burke. Pass intercepted by Zlansky. I swear, Rod, the ice must be tilted today, because the Perth Thunder are doing what the Mustangs are doing in the first period.
Yeah.
Particularly in the neutral zone. So Bremner to Kiros. Good backhander pass. Cut off by Vyasov. Now Burke. Kept in by Stringer. To Vyasov. And David Goodler clears for the Thunder. Fires on net. Off the stick there of Pickerton. Can be for race along the half wall. Kiros lost his stick. Bremner there in support. And there's going to be a penalty against the Mustangs. And that's one that the Mustangs just didn't need to give away.
No, that's right. Mr. Bright wasn't happy about something.
So you can see there it's unnecessary. The choker hold, that's not particularly bright. We can see here the last one.
Now, that's a great little play by the Perth player to get his shot off, and if you watch that, he got a one-handed backhand shot off that had a bit of guts to it, so quite the effort, man.
Definitely should have been a penalty. That's a strong argument there for a penalty shot.
I would have thought at least there would have been a 2-minute minor on that.
So Perth Thunder on the power play. As Lancey gets out towards Grand Maison. Pass has been chopped off. Here's a chance now for Ferguson for the Mustangs. Happy to tie up the corner, and he's lined up with a big hit. Still the Mustangs in control of the park. Robertson. So DeSalvo will leave it for Zlansky. Good though, rink wide pass looking towards Ben Bro. His pass is being chopped off, is blocked. The great men's on, he's been tripped up.
Yeah.
And that's going to be another penalty against the Mustangs. And Ben Bro leaves the park and has a few words to the referee.
He thought the play was dead, okay? He didn't realize that the play was still going, and he was waiting to just see what the bench was going to do.
I think he's still smarting from his the penalty he thought he should have got earlier.
Well, you know, it's interesting. In like 20 seconds earlier, Ferguson was behind the Perth net, and he got pulled down, and I looked and thought that could easily have been a penalty, okay? So he comes back and he's forechecking on a penalty kill, and he just happens to accidentally trip Bremner. So there you go, right?
So what it is now is a 5-on-3 power play for the Thunder as Ferguson sits 2 minutes. And Mustangs win the face-off. Kept in by Kudla. Bro just has to send that one in the corner for Cox. David Kudla takes the puck. Now Lancey decides against the shot. Bro deciding against the shot. Lancey winds up, shoots, and it's in! So Perth Thunder score 1 on the power play, and it's now 3-2.
Well, that's, again, another reason why you want to stay out of the box. You can't give these guys the opportunity. They got a sniff. They got the first goal in the second period, and then all of a sudden you're trying to kill a penalty, and the next thing you know, it's 5-on-3. And that was a well set up affair. A little bit of a fake shot, pass back to Oslansky, and he lets a drive go, and bingo.
He's got a big shot.
He
saw
does.
it then.
And the next thing you know, it's 3-2, and you're halfway through the second period. So Mustangs need to regroup, stay focused, and not let these guys have a go.
So Thunder's still on the power play, and Bro stole it from the centre. So 5 goals, all to the one end of the ice, and at least 3 of those on the power play. So special teams are going to be crucial in this game. Joyce, that's the puck. Happy to send that one in the corner. DeSalvo will come out of his crease. There's Lansky to Bro. Looking for Cox, will leave it for Grand Maison. And it wasn't trapped on that occasion by Bro, as Lansky will go back. For Kudla. There's Lansky. Trapped there by Robertson. Loses an edge, and there's going to be a battle in the corner. Perth have the puck now. Great work though by Stringer for the Mustangs. Lance loses the puck. And the Mustangs have to set up again. Sorry, the Thunder have to set up again. Good work there on occasion by O'Kane, but Cox wins the puck. Dangerous pass there, looking for Ruck. Just couldn't get a touch on the puck. That's probably all he needed. Right in the corner. Mustangs are able to clear. They managed to kill the second penalty. The shot on that occasion by O'Kane was high. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. There's Lansky. To Jake Ruck. Picked up by McCoy for the Mustangs. Stephen Ballick back towards McCoy. Hunler, happy to play that one off the boards. Pass looking for McDowell. Just tipped that one in the corner. Salvo aggressively out of his crease. Dangerous move, but it worked out. To Kiros. All of a sudden, this game's starting to get a little scrappy.
Yeah.
Good work there by Bremner. Along the half wall. Humphreys. Pass to nowhere. Bremner was lined up. Bremner traps the puck, keeps it in for the Thunder. Shot there, saved by Pickett. Another shot by Bremner again, gets a second, third chance. Overskating it was Kiros. And the Mustangs haven't been able to clear. Puck spills free, get another chance and they score! It's 3-all! Persistence pays off for the Perth Thunder. And they level things up.
So take a look at the play again, and you'll see that the guy who scores the goal is left unattended, and they've had probably 2 or 3 good chops at the puck, and they couldn't clear the zone. They couldn't clear it in front of the net. So watch this right there, 24 Cox all alone, and the puck comes right to him, and bingo, it's in. So that's the sort of thing where you need to take a breath, have a think about what you're doing, get control, get the puck out, right? And they struggled to get control. This is the Mustangs. Didn't get the puck out, gave Perth way too much time, and the next thing you know, it's 3-all.
So Cox gets his second goal of the season. The first he actually put the back in the net himself for the own goal yesterday from the ice. So Burke. Ferguson. Oh, the puck really just found a way through to Salvo. And it's been trapped. Here's a chance now. Grammy's on, lost his stick. So O'Kane. So is Lansky. So O'Kane. He was lined up by Sack. Ferguson goes around, just couldn't get the wraparound completed. And the shot there by Burke is just a little high. Damien Bright in the corner. Jamie Burke has it. Pass has been intercepted. O'Kane there in support. Back towards Burke. Fight against the pass to O'Kane. Goes back to the point. Bright with a wide shot. Was hoping to scramble the Perth defence. Under able to clear. Throw now. Pass. Looking for Lodge. Couldn't find him as Bright was in the way. Bright now looking for Vyasov. Ambitious pass. It nearly came off. Adam Vyasov to Burke, winds up, shoots, and DeSalvo makes the save.
That was a good play by Vadim, and that's the sort of thing. Burke's off to the right, he's open, Vadim sees him and feeds him the pass, and off he goes and he gets a half-decent shot on DeSalvo. So that's what you want. What you don't want to do is try passing through 400 things. Tim Stringer, 8 a.m. in Paris, watching Mustangs, listen to my favorite Roderick. Well, dude, I hope you're having a nice red wine and thinking of me, man. Bonsoir, my friend. Or was it morning? Bonjour.
That's how I don't know French. But what we did have earlier, we didn't get on camera, was just a little bit of Jamie Burke having a few words with Lansky, and Lansky makes his way to the penalty box. So the chief pest of the Mustangs, Jamie Burke, achieves his goal again, getting someone in the penalty box.
And did he get a misconduct too?
We'll see, but it puts the Mustangs on the power play, and gee, they need it at the moment because they've lost all the momentum.
Yep. They need to refocus, man. I mean, it's a hard thing being up 3-0, and all of a sudden it's 3-all. So you really need to dig deep, stay focused, and not lose sight of what you're trying to do here. And if you can stay out of the box, keep your head screwed on, and take advantage of things like this, that's what you want.
So face off, and it's won by the Thunder.
Yep.
So it's just going to be a misconduct penalty by the looks of it.
But that's the last thing Perth wants, is to have their import sitting in the box for 10 minutes pondering what he shouldn't have said.
And as I said earlier, with Jamie Burke obviously just getting in his face a little bit, has drawn a 10-minute misconduct penalty for one of the Perth Thunder imports. So mission accomplished.
So power to him, and that's the kind of thing. Rachel Dangerfield, Jonestown Massacre at OBGA. Sean Jones, 51, 1 goal away from equaling his total goals for 2017. Well, that's it. That's interesting, isn't it? So let's hope that he can carry that through the year, because what I said before is the local talent has to lift, and he's certainly done that.
We've seen some weird stats come early this season with a lot of players on national duty, and some of the import sides haven't come in because Jones is 1 goal away from equaling his tally from last year. Cass Delsar has already equalled his season tally from last year and the year before. Yeah, so you see, and that's only in 2 weeks for the Melbourne Ice. So we're seeing some weird stats, but it's a good thing.
If I was Sean Jones, I'd be happy. Right?
Hey, when you get a hat trick, you're always happy.
Yeah.
Neutral zone battle. Simon Cutler's done well for the Thunder. And the Mustangs able to clear the zone. Robertson skates out, beautiful pass to McDowell. Fires, shoots, rebound off it there by DeSalvo. And supporting for Alistair Pundler, who clears. Boy will go back. Teams will use a chance to change some personnel. David Kudler is forced to retreat, gets it out towards Pundler. His own pass, looking for Lodge. Tried to use his skate, wasn't successful. Vadim Vyasov fires, shoots, shot though, was saved by DeSalvo.
And again, people don't see the little things that go on, but Stringer had the puck. He had the chance to take it himself, but he just redirected it to the open for Jasov, who picks the puck up and off he goes, and he gets a good shot. So good heads-up, smart hockey. That's what you'd like to see. You need to see more of that sort of thing going on.
Well, that's one thing we probably see too often in this league is players skating it from one zone, you know, their defensive zone.
I don't know how many times I say the puck goes faster than you do. Look for the open man, get the puck up and go with him.
So from the shot, was just deflected his way through. Lodge is sweeping it now for the Thunder. Stretch pass, looking for Bro. And here's Tim, and that's going to be an icing call.
And Bro has a smile on his face. He just saunters back to the face-off circle going, dude, that was too fast for me. Sam Morgan, are both teams not playing defenders today? Well, you got to wonder, don't you? I think that they're so excited to score goals that sometimes they forget about the fundamentals, and that's control your own end and get the puck out.
One of Perth's currently sitting a 10-minute misconduct penalty. So Joyce and Lodge has it for the Thunder. Happy to dump that one in the corner. Joyce, a Kiwi. We'll leave it now for Ferguson. Ferguson up against Lodge, has support in the form of O'Kane. Kane in the corner. He loses edge. In fact, it's going to be a call in favour of the Mustangs. And it's going against Alistair Pundler for a trip by the hook. So he'll sit 2 minutes.
He's not so sure that he did anything wrong. Either that or he's talking to the linesman about...
Well, that's not... We just missed that one, but Perth now have 2 players in the box, so it's going to be a 5-on-4 power play. 2 of them are defenders.
Well, and you know, the interesting thing is you got Alansky sitting in there doing nothing for you, and that's just not what you want.
But a great chance for the Mustangs to regain the lead in the power play, but it's being taken by Cox. So Cox just happy to hit the brakes, tie the puck up, and send it into the corner. To Humphreys. Takes a tumble. Now McCoy. Lead away again by the Thunder.
So Mustangs have to be smart, be patient, get the puck into the Perth end and set something up. This is a perfect opportunity to go in the dressing room 4-3.
Anderson goes out wide. Pass was a poor one, only as far as Bird. Couldn't send that one in the corner though. Neutral zone battle. Can be foot race O'Kane and Kudler. Kudler wins out. But then he turns it straight over to Ferguson. Had to wait for Humphreys to get back on the side. Ferguson done well to protect the puck. Now Humphreys just fires on net. And an awkward one there for DeSalvo, but he gloved that nicely and will have a face-off.
Well, I thought that the power play for the Mustangs was pretty disjointed there, but one thing's good. At least they got control, got a shot on DeSalvo, and he has to freeze the puck, which gives him a face-off in the Thunder end with a minute left in the penalty, right? And a chance to set up and get something going.
So from the face-off, Won by the Thunder, but it's kept in there by Robertson. Now Lodge. Grand Maison. Nice little set up there by the Thunder. They couldn't capitalise. Pickenen had the angles covered. Ferguson. Pass out wide towards Burke. Here's a chance there for Burke. Backhanded shot. DeSalvo had that covered. Desperate defence there by Lodge for the Thunder. Now Ferguson. Ferguson forced out wide. Pass in the slot. Fires shoot. Shot was wide though. Ferguson again. Decides to go for the shot instead of the pass. Kept in now by Burke. Will wind up. Now holds, props, waits, then goes out wide. No shot though for the Mustangs. Eventually they will, but DeSalvo had it covered. Kept in, so back to 5-on-5. Thunder killed the penalty. Grand Maison, outlet pass to Punla, just out of the penalty box. Drive towards the net, gets it shot away. Had saved by Pickenen. Last chance now for the Mustangs. McDowell. Fires, looking for Anderson, couldn't get the tip. And in the corner, Anderson and Bird. And that will be the end of the second period. Well, if the Mustangs dominated the first period, certainly on the scoreboard, it was the complete opposite in the second, and it's 3-all.
Well, you wouldn't have picked that, would you? I'm sure that people would have thought the Mustangs would have went into the dressing room and they would have been riding on a high come out and just kept it going. And I said to you right at the start of the period that anything can happen in this game, and we've certainly seen that that's the case. It's 3-all, and both teams are going to go into the dressing room going, well, whatever you said to me, Perth Thunder, in between the periods worked, and that was great. And Mustangs are going to go into their dressing room going, what happened there, dude? Because that wasn't meant to happen, okay?
So now it's time for Max Perrot's time for an inspirational, in inverted commas, speech towards these Mustang players. So at the end of two periods, it's 3-all between the Perth Thunder and the Melbourne Mustangs. Be back shortly with the third period of play. So it's 3-3 here at O'Brien Group Arena between the Melbourne Mustangs and the Perth Thunder. Moments away from the opening face-off. Len Noslanski still serving his misconduct penalty. But the opening face-off, it's been pinched by the Mustangs. O'Kane just couldn't work his way around Alistair Punler, who has the puck now. Forced out wide and into the corner, still in control of the puck though. Good work by Robertson for the Mustangs. Bro, out wide to the point. Puck's been turned over. David Goodler's been good tonight for the Thunder. Only as far as Ferguson driving towards it, gets a shot away, and DeSalvo makes the save. And Rod, how do you see the Mustangs getting themselves back into the game? I know it's 3-3, but they were clearly outclassed in the second period.
Well, I think it's like we talked about, that at the end of the day, this is a whole new ball game now. So it's pretend it's 0-0, and they need to come out like they came out at the start of the game against Adelaide, okay? And stick it to Perth. They need to be focused and play together and not let Perth back into this game.
But swooping on the puck now is Kiros. Nice pass, but the shot by Bremner in the end was a weak one. I think he may have broken a stick. Bad timing there for Bremner. So now Burke for the Mustangs. Good defensive work though by the Thunder. As the ice is looking pretty wet as Kiros become a bit of a spinning top there.
So the other thing they need to do too is stay focused and stay out of the box. If they go into the box, they give Perth an opportunity to take advantage of that on a power play. You don't want that. So the last thing you want to do is go into the box for an unnecessary penalty.
I think discipline will be the key in this game.
Yep.
Which side can maintain it?
Well, it's definitely anybody's game, isn't it? So you've seen 2 periods, and each team commanded one of them. So let's see who can control the third one.
So McCoy will go back, but that will be an icing call against the Perth Thunder.
So, dude, it wouldn't be me if I didn't ask you the question. 3-3, third period. Who's going to win this baby? Remembering you're sitting beside a Mustangs supporter and diehard dude.
Well, the shot there by Burke certainly helped the cause, but should I troll you and say Perth?
You can. You know,
this is a very hard one to pick.
Yep.
Because the ice seemed to be tilted so far this game. All 6 goals coming to the right of screen. But we're talking about giving away unnecessary penalties, and looks like Tom McSack has done that for the Perth Thunder. I actually, be honest, I think the Mustangs can still do this one, because what the query is with Perth is second of a double header, first weekend. Will they have the petrol in the tank? Well, it's always the tough one in the second game of a double header.
Absolutely, it is, and that'll be interesting to see what distance they can go.
So Burke goes out towards Robertson, into the corner now to Ferguson, back to Burke, fires, shoots, puck spills free. Robertson has it now. Ferguson to Burke, goes out wide, nice setup. So Robertson go back to the point. Leave it for Ferguson. Top of the crease there was Jones. Already has 3, looking for his 4th. Burke winds up, shoots. And the Thunder are able to clear. It's going to be a foot race. Getting there first is Greg Maison, and great work by Pitkanen. Thunder just creating a chance out of nothing. Lodge there with the hook, but it looks like it's not being called. Now O'Kane for the Mustangs, finds a bit of space, skates in, goes out wide to Jones. The connecting pass, Ferguson, and he scores! Mustangs score in the power play, and they take a 4-3 lead.
Well, you know, that's what I said. At the end of the day, you just cannot afford to take a penalty. And I actually thought that the Mustangs power play up into a little hiccup there looked pretty good. They threw the puck around well. And isn't it funny? You get a little bounce, it goes the other way, and then all of a sudden it comes back into the Perth end in a bit of a scramble, and you score. So here we are, 4-3. And if I'm the coach, I'm looking at my players saying, I need you on the ice more than I need you in the box.
But what they forced with all that passing was the Perth defence to scramble. They unsettled the penalty killers. So Bright tried to get in the corner, but it was blocked. by Bird. McDowell winds up, shoots. The top of DeSalvo's crease, puck still loose. Now McDowell has it for the Mustangs. David Kudler. Now Bremner. Pass just couldn't connect with Kuros. Mike McDowell looking for Matt Anderson. Anderson to Bright. So it's a loose puck, and it's going to be Kudler up against Anderson. Biasso will get there first for the Mustangs, but he's tied up. So Biasso and Bird there for the Thunder. Kuros picks up the loose puck. Will skate the puck out of the zone. We'll go blue line to blue line. A backhanded shot. He had that well covered. And it's all come unstuck now for the Perth Thunder. So Ferguson scored the last goal. And it's in! Another goal for the Mustangs. Set up by Ferguson, and O'Kane finished it off. It's 5-3, and the Perth Thunder are in a little bit of trouble now.
Well, watch the play. So Ferguson sees O'Kane. He cuts across, feeds O'Kane perfectly, and the puck goes in. So you have to watch the puck carrier, but you also have to watch the other players to see what's going on. Watch this. Cuts across, sees O'Kane, feeds him, and he takes a good shot. And it looked like he beat DeSalvo on the short side. So
in replay, that pass is better than when I thought about live. He saw a gap and he just cut through the eye of a needle.
Yep.
And now O'Kane will skate onto it for the Mustangs. Chance for the home side to put the visitors to the sword. So Joyce at the point. Pass in the corner wasn't a great one. It's going to be cleared by Tomic Sack. In the end, O'Kane just couldn't keep it in. So a battle between O'Kane and Lodge has support in the form of Ferguson, does O'Kane. He'll cross the blue line. And DeSalvo makes a save, but Ferguson has been the man who's lifted the Mustangs so far in this third period.
Certainly has been that character. And the interesting thing is I think he's played very well with O'Kane, and that's a very good sign.
Using the first couple of games to find the lines, and one advantage the Mustangs have, they don't really have outside of Michael McMahon. I don't think they've got anyone else with the Australian team at the moment, do they?
No, just one player.
So Anderson for the Mustangs to Burke, fires. And so we got enough of that one. Liam Jeffries to Bird. Ruck will send that one into the corner, and it's going to be a foot race. Simon Kudler gets there first for the Thunder. Past the low slot, there was nobody home. And goes all the way back towards Punla. Plays that one off the boards. Kudler sent it in the corner, picking it out of his crease. McDowell managed to clear the zone. It's been stolen now by Burke. Burke left the puck behind. And Stephen Ballick overskates it, just bobbled up over his stick. Had time to recover, get the McCoy back towards Ballick. He'll find Burke to Anderson. This is a nice setup for the Mustangs. Anderson can just get a shot away. He wasn't able to. At the slot. Kept in by Robertson. Nice little pass there, but DeSalvo had that one covered. He makes the save. Much to relieve the Perth Thunder as we've got a little extracurriculars there between Punla and Anderson. We'll see if anything... Well, there's going to be at least one penalty come out of this, if not two.
I reckon Mr. Punler's going to get it. He lost his cool. He lost his cool on Jamie Burke and gave him a real good shot in the head. And then I think he had another little go on... who was it there?
Well, he's still having a few words to Jamie Burke. And he's inviting him to join him in the penalty box for a little discussion about peace in the Korean Peninsula, I think.
Yeah, it could be. Get more out of your North Korean friends.
But this is not a good penalty giveaway.
Well, it's not. And it's the sort of thing where it's 5-3, you're frustrated, and you really have to control your emotions and understand that if you're in the box, It's not a good thing.
It's angry man Pundler in the box. He served his 10 minutes, so he comes back out. So exchange of defensemen for the Thunder. So Ferguson, the edge of the circle, nice pass. Burke, though, couldn't trap it. He's looking for O'Kane. Thunder are able to clear. And this is a big penalty kill for the Thunder. They need to kill this penalty.
Yeah, well, if the Mustangs bury one here, you could just about write it off.
So Ferguson is forced out wide. In the end, you have to say good defensive work for the Thunder as they didn't concede a penalty. There's Lansky back on the ice, having served his misconduct penalty. To Burke, couldn't trap it. Ferguson intercepts the pass. Now Burke will skate in. Pass was a weak one. And at the moment, the Mustangs just can't find their structure on the power play. So Robertson just waiting the line change to be completed and some reinforcements to arrive. So that took a little too long for the Mustangs, and they've turned the puck over. Gremme's on. Decides against the shot, goes to the pass, and a bro, what an opportunity.
And he had the net there and everything.
So now Anderson for the Mustangs. To Humphreys. Puck spills free. Scramble to the edge of the crease. And eventually the Thunder are able to clear. So Bro has had a frustrating evening so far. Fires wide of the net. And Mitch Humphreys for the Mustangs. He's forced out wide. Goes to the low slot, no one was home. Now McCoy. Vadim Vyasov fires, shoots from distance. But Perth have managed to kill the penalty. So in that regard, it was mission accomplished. Vyasov finds Anderson. That will be gloved by DeSalvo. Good back checking there by Robbie Bird.
Well, there's 12 minutes, 15 seconds left, 5-3, and you know, the next goal is critical for both teams. If Mustangs get it, you can almost write Thunder off. If Thunder gets it, anything can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah, what's the old saying? A two-goal lead is the most dangerous in hockey.
Yeah, well, there's never a truer word been spoken. So you need to, like I said, stay focused, stay out of the box, and play your game. Both teams need to do that.
So battle along the half wall, and now Zlansky for the Thunder. Fresh pass, a good one out towards Jonathan Brebner. Already has one goal tonight. The shot was just a little wide. And now Robertson for the Mustangs. Just goes out wide. This is a nice setup towards Ferguson. Just put on the brakes, wait for support. Robertson fires, shoots at the top of the crease. Bremner now will clear it away for the Perth Thunder. Pass has been intercepted though by his opposing number 16, Troy Robertson. Not much happening in the neutral zone for either side at the moment. Stretch pass is not a bad setup for the Thunder. Kiros turns the puck over. Slowly making their way out. The Mustangs through Vadim Vyasov, who has to cycle back into the zone. Set up again. Waiting for some support. Pundler should get there first for the Thunder. And he does. Jones up against Greenman's on. Sean Jones into the corner looking for Stringer. Pundler was hit heavily in the boards there by Stringer, who's done well for the home side. Still a battle for the puck. In the corner, Lodge wins it. Plays along the boards, is able to clear. That will be an icing call, though, against the Perth Thunder.
Isn't it interesting if you look at the size difference between Stringer and Pundler, and Stringer takes Pundler to the boards and ties him up. So you have to admire the tenacity of Mr. Stringer. He never stops going.
Well, that's an experienced veteran body now, because he's, yeah, you might be able to call he was one of the original Mustangs, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So McDowell, another one of the originals. Fires, shoots, pad save there by DeSalvo. Lansky has support and the pass out wide. Well, misses his target completely. Burke. Bro, good second effort. Gets it back. Looking for Lodge. Also there is Grand Maison. Lansky fires, shoots, and Pickenden makes the save. Lansky gets it again. Another shot. The Mustangs looking to clear the... Been able to, but Lodge has it. Concede some territory back towards Lansky. Kept in there by McDowell. Great chance for the Mustangs. Now Mustangs again through Ferguson. Stops, props, shoots, and DeSalvo makes the save. But gee, how much time did Ferguson have then?
Wow. Look back on the play with, I think it was Burke in front of the net, wide open. There were 2 good chances to bury the game right there, and it just never came off. Watch this. Looking right there, and it just never happens.
But what it could be a sign for the Perth Thunder, maybe the sting's gone out of the game. Look, could the Mustangs' concentration be lapsing? I think it's now time for the Perth to really try and ramp things up.
Well, they'll have to. They'll have to get a goal here in the not too distant future.
So Humphreys. So Ferguson, who's really stood up tall in this third period for the home side. Good work by Humphreys. Gets it out towards O'Kane. Just couldn't get a backhanded shot away. Pass has been intercepted. Here's a chance now for Ferguson. Fires, shoots. Shot though was blocked. Swooping on the puck now will be O'Kane. Found space a little too easily on that occasion, but Lodge intercepts the pass. Escaped the puck out of the zone, has no support, will be forced to fire himself.
Ferguson's going.
And it's going to be a penalty against the Mustangs. So Brett Ferguson, who's been the man so far in this third period for the Mustangs, will head towards the penalty box, and this is the Perth Thunder's chance.
Absolutely, and if you ever had a chance, now's the time to screw your head on. They got Oslansky back out of the box, right? And there's no time like the present to pop one in. Yeah, right there.
It was definitely there, and it was, and we were talking about this earlier about giving away unnecessary penalties. That was completely unnecessary.
Well, it's very hard to keep focus, but you have to keep focus, press hard, and stay out of the box. So you don't want to get drawn in anything. You don't want to take any silly penalties, because you could live to regret it. Like I said before, Mustangs are up 5-3. One more goal on their side of the board and it's all over. But if Perth get one, it's a whole different game.
So face-off attacking zone now for the Thunder, and they will get it from the face-off. Viasov for the Mustangs has done well. Looking to escape the puck out of the zone, and he does, and he cuts to the middle lane. He's just waiting for support. He's happily just to cycle and gobble up time, and then send that out in the corner and make a line change. So that was good play there by Vadim Viasov.
Yeah, he's a good skater. He's got great hands, and he's just the kind of guy you want out there on a penalty kill for that very reason.
So Joyce, he's send that one into the corner for the Mustangs. Looking good on the penalty kill so far. Lansky for the Thunder to Bro. Bro, rink wide pass. Another rink wide pass out towards Bro, but the shot was way too high. Grand Maison towards Lansky off his skate and has been turned over. Great chance now for the Mustangs. Humphreys couldn't trap on the first occasion, did on the second, tried to get out towards O'Kane, wasn't able to, and here come the Perth Thunder. Pierre Olivier, Grand Maison, leave it for Bremner. Gets it back out in the corner to a Grand Maison. To David Kudler. Grand Maison. Cox. Along the half wall. Pass to Grand Maison out wide. They just need to actually shoot the puck. And they do, but that shot was wide. A lot of time setting up, less time shooting. Puck spills free, it's still loose, still anybody's. Bremner fires. Oh. And it's play's been stopped for a hand pass. Ooh. Bit of disbelief there from the Perth Thunder players. I think the Mustangs might have got away with one.
Yep, they weren't. Perth wasn't very happy there. See a replay on that, we might get a better understanding of what happened. But face-offs outside off a hand pass. So that's not going to leave a whole lot left on the Perth Thunder power play.
So 19 seconds remaining on the power play. Kiros has it from the face-off. And Healy, one of his first shifts of the game, and he's left the puck behind. Kudler has to skate back. Kiros, back to Kudler and DeSalvo. DeSalvo had a couple attempts at that, couldn't trap and do much with it. Maybe we're seeing fatigue set in for the Thunder. Kiros out towards Bremner, will take the blue line. Trying to get a pass out towards Jeffries. Healy sends it into the corner. Bremner to Healy. Couldn't trap it as well as he'd hoped. Now Balik. Healy will go back. Slansky to Kiros. Trying to cut through the middle lane. Still as the puck gets a shot away. Puck spills free. Healy just fire and shoot. Right idea and a great save there by Pickenen. Pickenen looked to glove it, wasn't able to. Mustangs able to clear the crease. Still it's kept in. In fact, now that's going to be called as an offside.
Well. 5 minutes, 33 seconds left. It's still possibly anyone's game. Like I said, everybody's got to stay focused on the Mustangs bench and make sure they don't give Perth an inch back into this. And Perth needs to open the door up a little bit and break the Mustangs open.
So Ferguson now for the Mustangs. Cycled back. Nice pass looking for Joyce. Just couldn't find him though. Now Grand Maison. Trying to cut to the centre lane. He does. Pass in. Looking for support. But it was intercepted. Can be cleared away now. Humphreys fires, shoots. DeSalvo makes the save. But Rod, I think the Thunder, they need a goal probably in the next minute of play because it's all about momentum and that energy boost it will give you because they're starting to tire for mine.
Well, it looks like they're trying to have too much one person doing things, okay? So they need to be a bit smarter about that. Support the puck carrier and, like I said, break the Mustangs' defense and get a clean go at Pickenen. You know, 5 minutes is a long time, though. If they were to score in the next few minutes, they've still got plenty of time to pull their goaltender, tie the game.
And we'll have a foot race, but Pickenen will come out of his crease. In the neutral zone, Perth have it. Fergus Punlin out. Shot was blocked. Shot by Cox. To Burke. He's lined up there by Sack. Mustangs have numbers at the fall of the puck. To Burke. Got it from McDowell. And we'll hit the back netting. We'll have a face-off.
Well, Mr. Burke is one of the better shooters in this game. And he let a pretty good one go there. And I often wondered, I think sometimes he takes himself out of the scoring position, waiting for something better to happen when he should just let a shot go. And that time he did, he hit the net, but he's got a whale of a shot.
I think he saw DeSalvo get in early, and that's why he went high, but he went too high. Puck's being turned over, now Lodge for the Thunder, try to pass it into the slot. Along the half wall, McDowell will get there first for the Mustangs. Overskates it. Lodge looking there for Simon Kudler. Backhanded pass by Lodge. Shot by Kiros. Puck spills free. And it's saved right in the line there by Petri Pikkinen.
It looked like Sean Jones had that, and he was trying to get a hold of it, and he lost control and gave it off to a Thunder player who managed to get a shot. And that's the sort of thing. You want to make sure that you get the puck out and not have stuff like that happen. Isn't it funny how just one little bounce and things change?
So Jeffries in the face-off circle for the Perth Thunder, but it's the Mustangs who win the face-off. McCoy getting that one with Burke. Gets it now. Drives towards the net, fires, shoots. It's saved by DeSalvo. So Anderson. Well, that's a poor pass and has been intercepted by Jordy Kiros. Will take the blue line. And he's stick there by Pikkinen. Still Perth Thunder have possession of the puck. Stephen Bellick looking for McDowell. Now will slow down the pace. Pass was a handy one. Looking for Burke. Back towards McDowell. Fires, shoots. Again, that shot was just a little high. And Brebner will get there first for the Thunder. So Ferguson out wide. A drop pass, not a bad one. Looking for Burke to Joyce. Couldn't get a shot away. Good work there by Bro for the Thunder. Out there pass was unsuccessful. Now Bird will go back. Gets it towards Punler. So Ferguson fires, shoots. DeSalvo. Puck spills free. Great work there by DeSalvo to recover. And a shot there, and it's a goal. And that will be it. Troy Robertson scores. And that should be enough for the Mustangs. So you can see here on replay, well, the initial work was great by DeSalvo, but the important thing is Mustangs keep control of the puck first, and great pass sets up Robertson.
Right, eh? So again, Ferguson sees him open. Troy Robertson is smart enough to step in from the blue line, and he gets a perfect setup pass. Everyone's watching Ferguson. He's got the whole net to shoot at. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, man.
And looks like we've got a timeout.
Herring.
Ah, yes. Looks like we've got a timeout. Have we got for the Perth Thunder?
Could be. There'd be a lot to talk about. They've only got 2 minutes and 29 seconds to get 3 goals.
Yeah, I think the Perth Thunder, what I've seen the past couple minutes, I think they're running out of gas.
Possibly. I mean, like you said, this is their second game of the weekend. They had to come from Perth to play these 2 games. So certainly the Mustangs had a jump on them from a freshness perspective, because this is their first game of the weekend.
And then they were 3-0 behind.
Yep.
And that takes a lot of work and energy to make that up.
Absolutely.
So face-off attacking zone now for the Mustangs. Balik, the shot was wide from the face-off. So Vyasov. Parcel. In the end, the shot couldn't connect, and here's a chance for the Thunder. Lodge. Looking there for Ruck. Lodge with another shot in the tip. Well, Ruck couldn't get the tip in the end. So Lodge up against Balik. Ruck. Attempted pass was a poor one in the end. And David Kudler will go back for the Thunder. Fires Zlansky. Shot was wide. And primarily looking for the rebound off the boards. Anderson to Jones. I think he was half expecting a trailer to go from the other wing. There wasn't one. Now Stringer looking for Anderson. And Bright. Go back towards Balik. And that's going to be an icing call against the Mustangs with 1:20 remaining.
I thought Stringer touched that actually, but maybe not. Well, 120. That's
A chance certainly for the Mustangs probably to bring out their third lines, and I think they can safely leave safe in the assumption they're going to win this one.
I think so. I think they've rotated most of everybody through the game as well, so I don't believe anyone's been sitting cold, so that's good.
So Jones already has a hat-trick tonight, gets it out towards Stringer. Stringer looking for Jones. Good pad save there by DeSalvo. Flipped up high, intercepted by Bright. He'll send that one in the corner. DeSalvo comes out of his crease. Great work though by Stringer. Put the pressure on. And the Thunder clear the zone. Bremner to Oslansky. Mike McDowell happy to play that off the rear boards. In the corner now. A little over 30 seconds remaining in this one. Oslansky to the slot. Gramozine just dragged down Stringer, but no call. Bright's able to clear, and I think both sides are happy just to play time now. Mustangs will make one final line change.
Just wait for the buzzer to go now.
And that was offside, and that was not good.
Now, you know, I think there's going to be quite a celebration on for the Mustangs at Billy's District. So Billy's District are one of our main sponsors, and that's where the Mustangs will congregate for all 14 home games when the game is finished. So,
and they'll be celebrating a victory tonight.
There's no doubt about that.
So Puxton in the corner, Pickenden will come out of his crease. Roberts left alone. Good work though by Jeffries. One last chance for the Thunder. If they can get one last goal, Kudla fires, shoots. Pickenden makes the save, and that will be it. The Mustangs record their first win for the 2018 season. They defeat the Perth Thunder 6-3.
Well, it's interesting, you know, if you're the Mustangs coach, you'd be looking at this going, first period was fantastic, and then what happened in the second period, and then we regrouped, and that shows a bit of character. And we took it to the Perth Thunder in the third period to come away with a 6-3 win. So you're happy, but not completely happy. Okay?
There's still things to work on for the Mustangs.
Yeah.
That concentration lapse, we probably saw it a bit last week. We saw it again the second period, but they came back. And I believe the Mustangs are on the road to Perth next weekend, aren't they?
So it's a bit of a tit for tat. So we make the flight, and we have to play in Perth, and we have to be awake and alive. And I'm sure Perth are going to show us a reception that we're not going to look forward to. As far as Perth goes tonight, I think that they would have been a bit disappointed because they got caught on the hop in the first period and were down 3 goals. Then they came back and evened the score 3-3 to take you to the third period. It could be anybody's game. Certainly tonight, it wasn't their game.
So these two sides get to do it all again next weekend in a doubleheader over in the West. But to wrap things up here from O'Brien Group Arena, it's the Mustangs who drew first blood against the Perth Thunder with a 6-3 victory. My name's Michael Clark, on behalf of my co-commentator Rod Johns. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and we'll see you next time.
See you, dude.